Meat, meat, and more meat. Welcome back. We got the outdoor kitchen set up. It's not raining, and I didn't tell them to put the canopy up, but I will take it. We got everything nice and cleaned up out here. Gonna get the Blackstone going. I'm going to do the proper things with the protein. Yeah, the propane y'all told me to do, which I don't remember what that was at the moment. I think, I'm not even going to try to quote it, but I will think about it. I think it's that I turned the tank off first, and then I turned these knobs off. I think that's what you told me to do. Anyway, we will figure that out, but I'm going to get it. I'm going to fold my towels first, because that just seems like the mom thing to do. I've got so many yummy things that we're doing today. I've got 4 main goals. Okay, I'm also going live with my membership community here in about 30 minutes, and I'm going to do some live Blackstone cooking with them, which will be fun. But we are going to do, of course, hot dogs and cheeseburgers, because we got that worked out. I am doing meal prep for the weekend, really for the next 3 to 4 days for my large family of 10. What I got in the cooler over there, we got chicken tenderloins and bacon, and I want to do a cream cheese base garlic and herb stuffing. Who are we? But we will have to run back into the house to mix that up. But we are going to do chicken tenderloins, cut them open, pull the tenderloin, stuff them, wrap them in bacon, get them going on the Blackstone. We're also going to do Philly Cheesesteak Bowls, where this is going to be like a gluten-free keto-ish version, where we're going to do sautéed cauliflower rice, and you can have the Philly cheesesteak components on top. And then really fancy, I got the Wonder Bread, because this is not homemade bread making mama right now. Wonder Bread Philly cheesesteak rolls from the Walmart for like $3.26 or $29 a bag. So folks who want those, we'll probably toast those up on the Blackstone. We're going to do that. And those are the 4 main big batch large family dinners that I want to prep for the weekend and into next week to get us rolling. I have some things, like I have some onions, I have some peppers that need used. My Philly cheesesteak people, I don't think too many people here are going to want sauteed onions and peppers, but we might do some, might not. Also, I have half a bushel of squash, half a bushel of zucchini that I got. Half bushel of squash was $9.99, or half bushel of squash, half bushel of zucchini, 1 penny more, $10 even. You know that is my kind of math, as long as it's not butter math. So we also have some of that we could saute up for the weekend. So let's get cooking and see what happens. So now I am using the tallow. Look at us, we are finally getting into the tallow. Now I have used the tallow that I made, I have. But then, I don't know, was it 6 weeks ago, 8 weeks ago? I got into the lard, and I've had a loving lard summer. I've used all the lard, and I loved using that lard. It has been phenomenal. Now, tallow is another great homemade from scratch cooking fat that's also available. I've got quarts and quarts. I mean, what do we have? Maybe 50 quarts of tallow. So definitely I am tallow rich at this time. So I will go back to cooking with it more, as we're doing on this Blackstone day. I was using it a good bit when I was just starting to make tallow, probably fall 2024. And that was saving the fat from different farm-raised beef cuts that I was using up that fall. And then in winter 25, we processed so much beef fat for our tallow and so much pork for our lard, and I'm glad we have it. I've got my heat turned up probably way too high. I'll turn that down a little bit. I'm just going to start with, I got these 85-15 beef burgers there from the Walmart. It's going to be 24. We will cook these and then just put a slice of cheese on them. I'll do these and the hot dogs first. Then we will choose our next adventure. between the stuffed chicken tenderloins and the Philly Cheesesteak Bowls. Got it. Now Costco is my favorite place to get big bags of grass-fed burgers and such, but it was not a go to Costco type of week. I am hopeful next Tuesday-ish or Wednesday I will go to Costco, John Henry again, and Sharp Shopper and stock up on some things. So this was just a fill-in weekend Walmart grocery order, and thank goodness Walmart grocery delivery just helps me parent and delivers my orders to my door. I like it. And I can just ask everybody in the household, hey, doing a Walmart order, what do we need? Oh, we need more toothpaste, let's put that on our order. I try to stock up and get ahead the best I can with the big monthly shopping trips. And sometimes, some months, fingers crossed, sometimes I'm able to go into Sharp Shopper again for like, you know, another $100 worth, or go into Aldi for chicken, something exciting like that. But many times, no, it's just a big trip, and then I fill in as I can with Walmart grocery delivery.
So as I like to joke and say, you know, Walmart grocery delivery, they can just sponsor anytime. But in the meantime, I am doing my part to support the Walmart brand. I definitely am, because those delivery orders, they are so helpful, especially on days when I do big cooking projects for YouTube and meal prepping ahead for my family. Just little odds and ends I might need. It is Walmart to the rescue. So I'm just flipping these burgers now, trying to get as many as I can up on the Blackstone. Sometimes when I meal prep burgers, I'm able to put the cheese slices on there to melt at the time. Many times though, I just meal prep the big batch burgers in advance, and then my folks can choose their own adventure, whether they want to put some cheese on it or not when they heat it through in the coming days.
All right, so we got things happening, folks. I had my 8-year-old just bring me out the really fancy Philly cheesesteak sub rolls, and I had him bring me out my platter that one of you sent me a few years ago. These burgers, I just need to pull off, except for the ones in the back. I need to wash that. Okay. But we are doing things. We are doing things. I'm sending in one of my guys to go get me a couple onions and the bag of 3 colored bell peppers. I think they're like red, yellow, and orange. I got those to do the Denver omelets, which I love bell peppers in Denver omelets. We did those on the sheet pan. But again, not everybody's a fan. So in my mama quest to make everybody happy, but I sneak them into other things. Oh, I was going to put cheese on these. Okay. Name of the game is going to be to get food cooked and to get things rolling. And we are going to do, we've done hot dogs and hamburgers on the Blackstone, but the Philly cheesesteaks and the stuffed chicken bacon wrap tenderloin situation, which I don't have a recipe for that on my blog. I have the bacon wrap chicken tenderloin sheet pan meal on the blog, but the stuffing, I don't have my cream cheese out, but it's in the cooler. I need to go into the blender. Mixer. We're gonna put some cream cheese in a bowl, put some herbs and spices and some garlic. We're gonna put a tablespoon, if we can, in each chicken tenderloin. We're not doing that yet though. I want to quickly just get the hot dogs on here, and then we will go from there. I might be able to put my hot dogs in here around these hamburgers. Okay. Doing things, yes we are. Oh, I've got a few more hamburgers here. So we will do these hamburgers, and we will do the hot dogs. put those on the back and they can like it. And I'll put some hot dogs on there real quick. Oh, hey! Hey, sweetie! Can you bring me those tongs again? Okay. I don't think we'll be able to get all the hot dogs on there at one time. We're gonna find out. Brought me one pair of tongs, but yes, those. I want him to bring me the longer pair. Also, thank you so much, sweetie. Just put them on the table. Appreciate it.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Love you.
Love you. Have a nice time. Okay, we might be able to get 2 packs on here. Actually, pretty hopeful. Scissors. I own them. I think there's 24 hot dogs in a pack, so we are doing 48 hot dogs. Only 24 hamburgers. I guess they will put their own cheese on them if they want them, because our cooking time is a marching forward. We have some really fun activities with friends this weekend. And we're going to be running in and out a lot. So this food will be helpful. Okay, we have some authentic charred hot dogs there. Thank you to Kickoff for sponsoring today's video. Building credit can be important for when you go to buy your first house or any house or get a car. I have personally learned, now that I am a single mom of 57 to 110 children and all of these responsibilities, the fact that my credit is phenomenal, and I've got a cat, we've got a cat walking on the fence here with us as well. That actually gives me more choices, more flexibility, and more options in life, which is definitely something that I appreciate. If you're struggling with low and even no credit, Kickoff can be a great credit hack. Kickoff is a great credit building tool that helps you build credit safely and easily, with affordable monthly plans designed to easily improve key credit factors and give you the keys to a future with better credit and everything that comes with it. It's the #1 credit building app on the App Store and makes building credit faster and easier. You can sign up in minutes with no credit check, no interest, and no hidden fees. The affordable plans start at just $5 a month, which are specifically designed to improve key credit factors, including positive payment history and lower utilization. Payments to Kickoff, which is easy with autopay, automatically get reported to all 3 credit bureaus to improve key credit factors. Kickoff users with credit under 600 that made on-time payments increase their credit on average by 25 points their first month, by up to 85 points their first year. If your credit is holding you back, Kickoff is an option to help you build it back safely and easily. Kickoff is giving my audience a discount of 80% off their first month. That's as low as $1 your first month with the discount.
Click the first link in the description below to find out more and get started. Thanks again to Kickoff for sponsoring today's video, and thank you all, my audience, for always supporting me with sponsorships and all the encouragement you give me along the way and being in this new universe journey with me. I truly consider my viewers my very best friends. So yes, we have our authentic camping hot dogs, but you know, they are so good. They are so good. I usually have to eat 3 or 4 whenever we get the camping hot dogs going. This is also fantastic for massive meal prep in advance. Just these simple hot dogs and hamburgers, cheeseburgers, choose your own adventure proteins. I get the great value buns from Walmart, and all of my people have a variety of options to choose for the coming days. I mean, yes, we're going to have delicious cream cheese stuffed chicken tenderloins wrapped in bacon, but you know, the 8-year-old, the 10-year-old, they're going to love the hot dogs and the cheeseburgers. Not that I have not seen them from the future also heat up the chicken tenderloins wrapped in bacon, but I just like to have a variety of options because I feed the equivalent of Thanksgiving 3 meals a day at my house every day of the week. So when I am able to do these large family Blackstone meal preps, it takes care of lunches and dinners and many times breakfast for several days in a row. And I like that. Now I do hope to, in the future coming up, maybe in my next Blackstone video, I will continue, of course, to do my epic meal prep marathons, but I also want to do some things that are freezer friendly. Now, our chicken tenderloins wrapped in bacon, those would be freezer friendly. I'm not going to pre-cook hamburger patties and hot dogs and freeze them and then reheat them later, but we could do egg roll in a bowl, we could do stir fry, we could do fried rice, we could do so many of the freezer meals that I make in my kitchen. I'm thinking we could do breakfast burritos. And we can even do quesadillas. I've meal prepped quesadillas in my oven before, and then we have froze them and just warmed them through later. So many things I can do on a mega epic meal prep marathon day that also are freezer friendly for later. I love prepping to have, we'll loosely say, fresh meals ready to go for 3 to 5 days in advance, but I also like getting portions in the freezer for different things that we make. So I definitely am getting some good ideas for upcoming Blackstone meal preps. Let me know some of your favorite Blackstone meal preps in the description below. We're doing traditional in the sense that it's the beef, right? And we're going to top it with provolone. And we're also going to toast our actual Philly cheesesteak buns from the Walmart, the Wonder Bread kind, right? And we are doing this Philly cheesesteak bowl variation that I thought up because that sounded like a delicious dupe that would work. Coming up though in future Blackstone cooking videos, I also want to do a chicken variation. Now I'm not doing sautéed onions and peppers on this day. I always think I will. I don't always get to it. I do have a couple fans. I mean, I eat them. And I do have a couple other, probably my teenagers that would like them. But then I also have some teens and young adults who are not interested in onions and peppers. And anyway, you know, I have to choose my cooking time and use it wisely for as many favorites as I possibly can. But here I'm doing my variation where we are doing some cauliflower rice. I already had in the freezer. We have sliced down some of those zucchini and squash. Now lots of time I quarter those, but I did the nice long slices for something different. And I'm doing my Philly cheesesteak meat. So this will be absolutely delicious. I am going to top the meat with provolone as well coming up, but this is more focusing on the bowl situation, and then we will also toast our buns. Now, I am multitasking. If you see my mouth moving at any point during this cooking, at this portion of the video, I am live with my large family table membership community. I do live cooking pop-ups with them, and I will do that when I'm filming different videos. It'll be a week or 2 before the video's out on YouTube, but I will do portions of live cooking with them. They get at least 2 exclusive video experiences with me behind the scenes every month, and a chatty live call, and a new included paid product, and so many fun goodies. I was just talking to a friend the other day that my membership community is like an ongoing course with me. And we're actually getting ready to have our 6-year anniversary. I launched my membership in January 2020. I remember I took the week after Christmas in December 2019, and I just sat down with my laptop and I figured out how to build a membership community. I figured out my plan and I just went ahead. Well, and on those days, I was working like 10-hour days to get all the behind the scenes work done to make it happen. And then in January 2020, I was like, well, I think I'd rather do this instead of Patreon. And so that's what I did. I launched it, and many of my founding members are still in my membership. And I've had annual options and monthly options, and we've had all kinds of adventures. I have brought in a lot of special, I call them Ninja Mom expert guests, everything from chicken keeping to book writing. We've of course done a lot of freezer meals. I've had so many different women experts on so many different topics, organization, decluttering, you name it. We have probably covered it or chatted about it in membership. It's been a whole lot of fun. And so now I'm going to take my Philly cheesesteak components and get those on this side of my 9x13 dish. I'm also going to line up my vegetables and my cauliflower rice, and just keeping all of these that anybody might like to use to make a Philly cheesesteak bowl variation. Those items will be in this dish. And so when y'all see my talking spatula in this video, or you see my mouth moving here, I am talking to my members who have gone live with me on this afternoon when I am doing this Blackstone cooking, and we're chatting about grocery shopping and Philly cheesesteaks, and I'm going to toast these buns now, but they were with me live through this portion of the video, which was lots of fun. And so now, of course, I mean, a little tallow, it's not going to hurt us. I'm putting some more tallow on the Blackstone. Again, the Blackstone top is like a giant cast iron, so even though the 22-inch top is not as big as the 36-inch or so bigger Blackstones that you can get, 22 inches is still a large space for me to do big batch Blackstone cooking. Several of you have suggested that I get a second 22-inch one, and I just might do that. I'm having a lot of fun with this 22-inch one, and maybe I'll end up with double the space, right? 44 inches of Blackstone cooking. That would also be a lot of fun. I'm not 100% thrilled with this Blackstone stand that I also got at Walmart to put my Blackstone on. It's not fantastic. My thoughts futuristically is if I do get the 36-inch one, I think that's already on a secure base. So we work with this one, but we do have to work with leveling it up and such. And I don't know, maybe the bigger Blackstones are like that too. But this one, it's not 100% fantastic. Don't know if I would recommend it or not. It's supposed to fit a variety of the smaller model Blackstone tops, and it's not quite fantastic, but we make it work, right? Like a lot of things. I mean, I bought it, I'm making it work, it's doing the job. And so now I'm just putting the Blackstone, so now I'm just putting the Philly cheesesteak sub rolls back on this platter, and then we are going to put our components on. I also, in the future, do some more Philly cheesesteaks in the coming days, and I put my provolone on the meat while it is still on the Blackstone cooking, and that's really the way to go with this. But we are making this work for this go round, so I am topping each toasted Philly cheesesteak sub roll there with the meat, and then we're going to put on our provolone, and then I'm going to put each sub back on the Blackstone for a few minutes. And I know several of you have asked me why I don't close the lid on my Blackstone or suggest I do it more. You probably know more about it than I do. From what I had read I'm not supposed to close the lid a lot on it, and that it can warp the lid, and it's not meant for that. It's meant more to protect the cast iron top when not in use. But I do, just for a few seconds, close the lid to try to, get the cheese to melt and everything. So I have seen where people take the aluminum pans and like the disposable pans and put those over as far as tops to hold heat in on the Blackstone. And we're learning things. I think on this day, this is the 5th or 6th time I have used my Blackstone. And every time I use it, of course it gets seasoned a little further, and I learn some more things.
And I'll check interest level. I have enough Philly cheesesteak to do more. I just think my 3 elementary guys might want more cheeseburgers and hot dogs. And my bigger guys like 2 of these each. I mean, or whatever, and 10 hot dogs. Who knows? You know, teenage and young adult guys. But these are delicious, looking at least. I don't see how they can not be good. Maybe I should do, okay, I'm gonna get these inside for a minute and this other meat, and I'll take orders for the rest of these. I mean, everyone could just get one of these, and again, they're small, so we might be making, you know, another 6 to 8 more here in a minute, but let's see what happens. Okay, so here's our quick little throw together dinner. Look at this fancy situation. Everybody get a tea. So we've got some Philly cheesesteaks, and then we've got a bunch of grilled hot dogs and hamburgers and hot dogs. And I've just told them if anyone else wants more Philly cheesesteaks, come out and tell me, because I've got the rest of the meat and stuff outside. But I think this will be okay. Okay, there's one Philly cheesesteak going out, another Philly cheesesteak going out. Okay, so they are eating lots of food inside, and I'm going to make my Philly cheesesteak bowl. So did I get grease on my shirt? I didn't. That's pretty great. I'm going to eat this, and I guess sit and work out some cream cheese, and I want to work out some, not too much math, you know, we don't need to math too much, but just some loose cream cheese mixing up. You know what? I like to always figure out how I can be doing more at one time, haha. But I do need to use my hand mixer and mix up the cream cheese, some garlic, I got some chives, our basic seasonings. And then we'll come out here and work with the chicken tenderloins. I think I can do that while I eat. Okay, I'm just gonna eat. It was a small zucchini and a small squash, like this size from those half bushel boxes. I'm just gonna eat all of that and the cauli rice. And there's a little bit of Philly cheesesteak left, probably maybe enough for 2. But again, I think they're okay. The big thing will be while I'm inside, I'm gonna have to have someone help me eyeball cats out here. We had another cat that came and adopted us like a week ago. It's now named, its name is Marshmallow. It's a female. I don't know if she's fixed or not. So we take cats to have them fixed. It's just on the list. So anyway, okay, cream cheese, and then those bacon wrapped stuffed tenderloins. Okay, so my salt is outside, and that's fine. We're gonna use some minced garlic and some chives and some pepper, and I'm gonna eyeball and decide how much cream cheese we're going to use. And I got my little, look, we're already winning. I got both mixing paddles, you know, so we're off to a good start. So for the cream cheese mixture that I am just throwing together here for these chicken tenderloins, hey, look, we have minced garlic, right? So I'm throwing in a couple tablespoons of minced garlic. I'm also gonna throw a couple tablespoons of chives in there. Yes, those are the chives that Walmart grocery delivery brought for me. Also going to put in some pepper, and like I say, I left my salt out, but now we're going to put in several 8-ounce blocks of cream cheese, and then I'm going to use my mixer and get those all mixed up for us. And what I plan to do is slice my chicken tenderloins just a little bit and insert a tablespoon or 2 of the cream cheese mixture into the tenderloin, and then wrap the whole tenderloin in bacon. Just another little improvement of, I mean, last time we did bacon wrapped chicken tenderloins, it was a huge win. Those were so loved and so delicious, and no one complained. And so now we're just gonna do the next step
and do some cream cheese filling in there to make them stuffed bacon wrapped chicken tenderloins. And I don't know, could be the worst thing ever, could be phenomenal. So let's mix this all up and find out. Problems, I'm causing problems. I should have put my cream cheese in the microwave for like 15 seconds. So making problems as we do. Let me figure something out. I'm gonna peel all that off. It'll be okay. You learn from me. You mess up the cream cheese. You do 15 sticks of butter instead of 7.5 sticks of butter. You unplug your mixer, right? And it'll all work out pretty okay. So I thought since this cream cheese had been outside with me, it's been in the cooler, but still the cooler versus the refrigerator. I've had it sitting out at a few different points. Thought we would be pretty softened, but it's not. It's really cold, really cold. So I did have one of my family members go outside and get the camping light situation set up for us on this. All right, so that's a lot of cream cheese. I think I'm gonna go for 30 seconds, okay? Might regret it, might not. Doing a minute, and again that was the 4 8-ounce packages of cream cheese, so I guess a minute will do. Refrigerator's gonna talk to us now, but yeah, it's a lot softer now. All right, that looks nice. Okay, activate Blackstone by candlelight and camping light again. So I've got to get set up here. I was gonna work with pulling that chicken tenderloin. I don't always pull it. A lot of you have asked me if I pull it or not, and it's edible. It can just make for a little chewy area. None of my people complain about it, and now that I'm saying it, I'm like, but I wanted to also work on pulling it. It's gonna get very chicken-y over here. So let me just move some things around. I guess I should do it behind me, but I'm doing it in this direction. I did bring out a smaller knife also. Wasn't sure when I got into it what I would need. Got my bigger Meeson. I got that size knife. I know many of you know your knife names. Okay. So this worked out well, nice and creamy. So if you go to soften 4 blocks, just remember I microwaved mine for a minute total. Got my lard there. This is me figuring out a workflow. I will probably get some tenderloins in these containers. Slice them, pull the tenderloin, slice enough to put, I
like a teaspoon or two, not a huge amount because we don't want to lose it all over the Blackstone. Hold on, before I really get serious here, let me drink some water. Okay, so this is almost a 3-pound pack of tenderloins. Get those out. Then we've got another 2.5-pound pack. I think I'll do these 2 packs at a time. We will just be happy accomplishing these 2. And I will know, I think I've got 3 more in my cooler. But again, last time I did this, my folks ripped through really quickly. I should probably get a whole workflow where I have my bacon. Maybe I'm going to try to pull the tenderloin in most of these. I know I need to cut for that. Okay. And you know, half dark, so trying. But if this works right, this will give me basically my spot to stuff my cream cheese. I just don't know if I'm going to do this in this 3/4 of the way dark. I think I'm going to fail you guys, okay? So if we can at least know that, if we can know that up front, that I am failing us on pulling the tenderloin, because my household doesn't even know that's an option. I think I'm just going to not do that. And all kinds of boogies on my hands here, but we will wipe things down when we're done. And I'm going to touch meat, and more meat. And the moths have come out to play. And I know I've only got really one comment recently about cross-contamination. I wash my hands a lot. We don't even, like, we edit out of videos how many times I wash my hands. I do have my half nurse brain still. And, you know, I won't touch my phone or my water bottle. I will open that Blackstone. We'll get that going. But I'm kind of doing, you know, the same messy meat things. I'm not going to cut anything else with these scissors before we wash them. See, I feel like the workflow, cut it, stuff it, wrap it in bacon, get it on the grill. Right? Right? See, I'm even doing a little dance. I guess, though, I will just gonna cut a little slice in these. And we might end up doing some without the stuffing too. That little piece of chicken to a evening woodland creature. Several of you have asked me about bears, so I don't know if you hear the cars or not, but there's like a busy road at the end of my property. We're back, but there's a busy road. There's farmland all around me with equipment and farming things, and not that a bear couldn't be in my part of the Shenandoah Valley. We've even had them in our local city on the college campus and stuff. But this particular property, it will be 6 years here in a few months. Never seen a bear. I've only had deer come over the fence from the cornfield like twice, maybe. Yeah, we don't have that kind of wildlife here. Once in a while I'll see a groundhog or a squirrel. You know, we got a lot of birds here. We have a whole cat army. And again, when they show up, I get them spayed and neutered. But we don't have bears here. And then many of you have asked about our Great Pyrenees, because you might remember I bought a brother and sister pair, Great Pyrenees. I didn't even know what Great Pyrenees were, but when I moved to the forest house in 2016, adjoining the National Forest, my YouTube viewers were like, you need Great Pyrenees to protect your property. We went from 2 acres to 13 acres. I had all these little kids, and I was so excited because that property had streams and waterfalls and bridges over the streams, and it was just like a magical forest. It was from Narnia. It was wonderful. We had hammocks in the forest, and it was just a beautiful, beautiful time. Many of you still here probably remember it. And so I got Great Pyrenees though, because yeah, I had coyotes in my front yard, coyotes got my chickens, bears on the back deck, just everything. And once those Great Pyrenees were mature enough and could be outside, they protected the property, and then here they protected this property. And see, when you do the math on that, that's like 10 years. The average lifespan of a Great Pyrenees is 10 to 12 years. And so our female Great Pyrenees, I'm trying to think when this happened. It's just been in the past couple months, but I don't remember. See, it's August. We're basically in September. I'm gonna say like May-ish, our female Great Pyrenees passed. And our male, looking at him, I mean, I thought he might live another year on his own, but I had the vet come out. She assessed him, and she agreed that the kindest thing for him also would be to put him down, because since they were a bonded sibling pair and the female was now gone, we just group decision decided that was kindness. And so the vet did it on our property. We got to be with them. I'm feeling tender already. It's just it's a wonderful experience with pets. You didn't know you were getting this talk while we cut these tenderloins, while I have chicken hands. It's beautiful how they just give their whole lives to love your family. And those Great Pyrenees, they gave their whole lives to us. They just loved us so well, and that was their job in life. My mom has a large guard dog on the property that she's in charge of, that you might hear bark at different times, but he's out around on the property, and he is hers, and he's trained to her, and he guards me and the kids too, and he'll travel with us. Like when we went to the beach, he traveled with us. When we go camping, he'll travel with us. I don't show him on video, but people ask if I still have my dogs and if we have a dog on the property. And we do have a big guard dog on the property. It's just not our Great Pyrenees that you all met many years ago. Beautiful thing. Okay, so we've got Philly cheesesteak fat on there, and I'm not mad about that. I'm going to throw some tallow on here because we're also not going to be mad at tallow. And we're cooking this in bacon. I mean, I just feel like I can't get too much good cooking fat on a Blackstone. It's just like a giant cast iron, and it makes it extra happy. So anyway, we're going to work on a little workflow. I don't have a teaspoon for this, but I should turn this heat down a bit though. Had something fly at my ear. Not in it. someone asked me earlier on my live call with my membership if these candles keep the bugs away. I mean, to a point. They're more, I feel like they give us our camping feel, right? They light things up a little, but I just had some mosquitoes on my leg, so it's not perfect, but it probably is pretty okay. Okay, so we've got our tenderloin, and I have a little bit of cream cheese. I think I'm going to use my tallow fork to help me with this. Now we have tallow in our cream cheese, and that is okay. So we have this, and I'm going to make a nice little bacon blanket, and I'm going to try to do this efficiently.
So now it is just the job in the dark, but hey, we are doing this by camping candlelight, so we can do anything, right? In each of those little slits that I cut in each tenderloin, I am just putting my cream cheese mixture inside. I've just thought, you know what, this is worth a shot, and I don't think I can go wrong with a cream cheese mixture and chicken tenderloins and bacon. I think that all of this sounds really delicious. So I am going through the process and stuffing each one and wrapping it up. Big thing I wanted to make sure of is I couldn't overstuff the tenderloins and then have my cream cheese mixture just fry up and bubble up all over the Blackstone. So I was trying to be sensible, just doing a little spoonful, forkful there, and then wrapping that area with the cream cheese well in the bacon. And then I am lining them up on the Blackstone. I don't know if I'll be able to get them all on this Blackstone load or if I'll have to do another load of them, but we're working pretty well here. We're getting some nice lines of back and bacon wrapped chicken tenderloin going on, and we have our camping candles just playing along and changing colors. And I love these. I've only ever used these for these Blackstone cooking videos. We haven't actually been able to take these on a camping trip yet, but we do have our first fall camping trip coming up here in about a week or two, and I'll be sharing the food and adventures of that with you all. I also want to set up all of our camping equipment and go ahead and weather seal them. You know, we've never actually camped in the rain. So many of you have given me your rain camping tips, and I know this is something we need to do. So I've gotten 1 can of spray at Walmart. I think I'm going to need a couple cans of spray. Now, I say that this tent here, I have cooked in the rain under this canopy tent several times, and water's never leaked on me. But it just seems to make sense, you know, to be good campers and to take care of this camping equipment that I invested in a year ago. We should weather seal everything the best we can. So that is going to be a project coming up as well, to take care of our things and just be prepared, right? Be prepared for upcoming camping adventures.
I did just wash my hands too, by the way. These on the back, I smell them. They are probably a minute past needing to be turned. Was a newer one I put on there. Well, we don't have to worry about this end of the bacon getting crispy. So far, though, our cream cheese filling isn't oozing out too bad. These really didn't need flipped yet on this outer edge.
Okay, there's that beautiful pan. I got a phone call from a good friend of mine, and I just stood out here eating this chicken, not doing another 6 pounds of tenderloins, and chatting with her and solving life problems. But now I'm going to eat some bacon, get this pan in, and I guess that's it. So thank you so much for watching. I don't have the stuffed bacon wrapped chicken tenderloins recipe over on the blog, but I will type that out down in the description below until I get that done, which I don't know, could be in 2025. I'm always hopeful. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching and going on our 5th Blackstone cooking adventure with me. And I'll see you real soon with another brand new video. Bye-bye.